Deebo Samuel of the San Francisco 49ers formerly has been traded to the Washington Commanders. Now, this is obviously a big deal because it only came for a 5th-round pick. Now, I believe Washington's picking up his money, so that is a part of the contract and conversation, $17.55 million for a top wide receiver. Jaden Daniels gets another weapon. A lot of people are saying for a 5th-round pick, we could have got Deebo Samuel. 5th-round pick, $17.5 million. Now, there's going to have to be a new contract that's going to have to be discussed. We would assume the Commanders obviously understand the situation before they make the trade or finalize the trade. But Deebo leaves San Fran. Last year was Ayuk, who might be on the move yet again. This year it's Deebo getting traded. The Niners always have something, seemingly, AJ. What are your thoughts on a 5th-round pick for Deebo Samuel?
Yeah, it does not seem like you have to give up much to get Deebo when you say, only a 5th-rounder. And then, so this is the last year on his contract, correct, where they owe $17.55 million?
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes.
And they were probably, agreed to a long-term contract. But, I think this is a heck of a deal for Washington here. And obviously the Niners are going to do something with them. They, whenever receivers get, I don't know, how old is Deebo? He's not old.
29.
29 years old.
Okay, yeah, dang, that dude's still young. What a great pickup for Washington. I like it. And it seems also like a change of scenery is what is needed, too, I think, to spark Deebo, even though the guy's still awesome.
Him and Terry McLaurin are quite a dog duo for Jaden Daniels going into year 2 with Cliff Kingsbury sticking around. So the same exact offense. And anything we hear about Dan Quinn over there is he likes dogs. Like, that's what he is, a dog mentality person. Feels like Deebo should fit in right away. Have to get a deal done, but this feels like an easy trade for the Commanders to pull the trigger on.
Should be good for him. He didn't have a great year last year. I don't know how healthy he was, but did not have a great year last year. So we'll see. We know around the league, these skill positions, once you get to that 30 mark, still young to us, but a lot of people, the decision makers, they start to look at guys, okay, maybe they're falling off a cliff. But another weapon, Clint Kingsbury, this offense, a lot of hurry up. So you get this guy, get screens, get him out in space. He is a tough guy to tackle. And we know what Terry McLaurin is down the field. And I would assume that they get even more firepower on the outside in this draft this year. So should be an exciting offense that just continues to trend upward.
All Cliff has to do is just give him slants.
Yeah.
He's slant God. Like that is what Deebo does.
Get the ball in his hand.
Because he's a running back.
Yep.
Also has the ability to be a running back. Okay, that's not a slight, even though he might take it as a slight, or people might say it's a slight. He's a wide receiver who can also play running back. So if you get the ball in his hands, in traffic, he's not scared, first of all. And then his yak is normally absurd. Obviously not this past season, but you're banking on him coming back to full form, especially with Jaden, who's been able to throw over the middle since he got to the league, which not every quarterback has the ability to do.
Yeah, especially with Jaden on that contract. Like, them getting Deebo is awesome, but can you imagine if they go out and get another one? Like, what Devontae and Cooper Kupp both still out there. And Terry McLaurin has never in his entire career had a number 2 like Deebo Samuel. So I assume Terry McLaurin's going to be way better. And also, Deebo didn't have a great year last year. Ayuk was hurt. Christian McCaffrey was hurt. Deebo was kind of the focal point of the offense. So everyone was focusing on him. And now you can't do that with Jaden Daniels, especially with Terry, but also him moving. And they got, Brian Robinson Jr. Like, Washington really is now one of the top markets to go to, and they got a ton of cap space.
I don't remember. Deebo hates us?
No.
I don't think so.
On receivers, he was watching the program.
No, he likes us. He's been on the show.
On that documentary.
Remember last time he was on the show, he was like, wasn't that average? He was like super mad. Wasn't he?
Yeah,
it was Super Bowl week, and they had just gotten beat.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It was a James Cook situation.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And for San Fran, for them to give him up, just get a 5th-round pick, you would have just assumed, like, hey, they just wanted that money off the books. Going forward, the biggest question for San Fran is the health of Christian McCaffrey. If he's healthy, he makes that all go. What's that?
They're paying Brock.
Oh, yeah,
So they're about to pay Brock.
55.
So $17.5 million off the table is good news. Yeah, because he wasn't drafted high, he's never had real money. He's actually been living with a roommate and almost going into debt living in San Francisco as the starting quarterback of the 49ers in the time that we're in the NFL with how much money quarterbacks are making. Brock was making nothing. He actually did a couple John Deere commercials. That might have supplemented maybe a car for him or a truck for him to get to work. He had a suitcase, I think, he carried around with him. And then he had those shit kickers and those jeans.
Yep.
That's basically all he owned. Because he the last overall pick in the draft. So this is just like when Russell Wilson was up for his first time. It's like hometown discounts. Like, I've been given that. Yeah. Big discounts.
Yeah.
Big discounts. And you guys were able to do a lot of things because of it. And it's like getting Brock Purdy's deal done now is better than getting it done later because maybe another quarterback gets done and the price bumps up another $10 million. These quarterback contracts are absurd. And it's like Brock Purdy should be above everybody.
55.
That just got paid. Isn't Dak getting 60? Somebody getting 60?
Yeah, Dak is.
He ain't getting more than that.
Do you think he deserves more than Dak?
Definitely. But does he want Trent Williams at left tackle?
Yeah, so now you're getting into the hometown discount conversation.
Yeah.
Will Brock Purdy, Iowa State guy from Arizona, will he be a guy that says, hey, you know what? $45 million a year is a lot of money.
No way. No way. I just wasn't going to 60. 55 I'll sit on, but 60 I'll say, you know what, he'll give up $5 million for Trent Williams.
Would Brock Purdy be a guy? Because of his humility. And I'm not saying that.
Don't do it, Brock.
Obviously, there's going to be a lot of people saying, take as much as you can get, Brock. But will Brock sit there with John Lynch and he'll say, you know what? I do want us to build up around me. I want to win these games. Give me $47.5 million a year. Yeah, I'm leaving potentially $13 million on the table if he was to go somewhere else. You say Dak deserves more than him. It's like, I understand that Dak's been a great quarterback. He's done a lot of magical things. It's like Brock Purdy just gets dropped in the league, has won. That is literally what he has done. It's the system. It's the people. It's okay, whatever the case is. Some team, if they heard Brock Purdy was available with how young he is and how much success he is, there's some team. Imagine Kevin O'Connell with Brock Purdy. They're not going to pay somebody $60 million a year. But I'm just saying there would be somebody that'd be like, we could pay him. I'm not saying he deserves more than anybody.
I'm not saying, look, you get what you can get. You know what I mean? When it's your time to go, and the salary cap jumped up to what this year?
279.2.
Yeah, so if he can get that much, for sure. But Dak was already coming off of a huge contract, and he was getting another one. So this will be his first big payday. And obviously, John Lynch and everybody are going to play those, games about building a team and do you want to be a winner and all those kind of conversations. You got to hit while you got to strike while the iron is hot. He's done nothing but phenomenal things while being a starting quarterback in NFL. So I hope he definitely does get more than Dak and reset that market.
He does strike me as that kind of guy, though. Like, I don't think he's
what kind of guy?
Like, as a guy who, I don't think he's going to go in there and be like, hey, I want $61 million.
But that's how this works.
Right.
That is literally how this works in this quarterback market. It's like, who was the last signed person? Okay, am I worthy of being the next guy? Yes. Okay, I'm getting more than the previous guy. That's just how the quarterback deals have literally gone. Even with people who are not worthy, they have somehow deemed them worthy, and they get more than the previous high. It's like Dak's at 60, so if Brock's agent is agenting, which I assume.
And I don't know who his agent is, but I could just see if they come in and just, start at 55. Boom. Good enough with me. Yep. Let's sign this. Let's
see that
let's
too.
do it.
$52.5 million?
Yeah,
shit.
exactly.
That's a lot of money.
Right. I'm good.
All right.
Good.
I could take 62 now. You know that. So make sure we do good with this $10 million. Whatever the case, we hope Brock Purdy gets paid immensely.